Last skill position group, the tight ends. So last year, the Browns went into the season with only David Njoku and Jordan Akins on the roster. As the season went on and we suffered injuries, we had Blake Whiteheart off the practice squad sprinkled in when Njoku was down with his injury. And David Njoku, obviously tight end one, 6'4", 246 pounds. He's 28 years old. This is his 9th NFL season. It's the final year of his contract. And, you know, a lot of people are expecting the Browns to extend him. And I think they will because yes, we drafted Harold Fannin, who I'll get to here in a minute, but he's not a prototypical tight end one. I don't think they brought him in to be a tight end one. And it would be silly of the Browns to think that he could be the tight end one next year. You need a guy like David Njoku, especially since tight end is such a difficult position for young guys to transition in the NFL. It is every year. David Njoku needs to get extended. Right now, his cap hit is $11.4 million. That could go down if they extend him and then they backload his new contract like they always do, which would reduce the number this year, all that kind of stuff. He missed 6 games last year in 2024. He ended the season with 97 targets, 64 receptions for 505 yards and 5 touchdowns. It was a big-time down year after he had a career season in 2023, which was largely fueled by the Joe Flacco stretch run. So I know we're excited. I'm sure a lot of you guys are excited to see what Flacco and Njoku, can they pick up where they left off? If Flacco gets the starting job, can they pick up where they left off in 2023? Now we'll talk about Harold Fannin Jr., 6'3", 240. He's only 20 years old. I keep harping on this because it's only his 3rd year playing the position of tight end at just 20 years old, and he was already the college football leader, the entire nation leader in targets with 150, receptions 115, yards 1,555. He led the entire country in all those categories, and he also had 10 touchdowns. He had 50% of his team's passing yards at Bowling Green. 50%. He did all that, like I said, just 20 years old, just 3 years playing tight end, and he did it as a tight end. Tight ends do not do what Harold Fannin just did in college football, especially when opposing defenses can tee off on you. They know you're the guy getting the ball. You are the offense. You are 50% of the passing yards for this offense. They are coming to you every single play, and he's still able to produce. I'm very excited to see what Harold Fannin Jr. can add to the Browns offense this year. And then we'll talk about Blake Whiteheart. It's the only other tight end that I'm going to dive into here. He's 6'4", 250, 25 years old, 3rd season. Last year, he had 6 catches for 51 yards and a touchdown in 2024. Stats are nothing spectacular, but Whiteheart did look fairly solid, in my opinion, in his limited spots last season. I thought he looked good enough to be hopeful for a better contributing role here in 2025. He could probably hold down the more prototypical duties of a tight end too. Inline, blocking. He's the 6'4", 250 guy to kind of be that 2 tight end set with Njoku. I think, and I could be totally wrong, but people are talking about the 2 tight end sets with Njoku and Fannin, but I think Harold Fannin's going to be more used as a big slot. Going back to the wide receiver discussion, Deontay Johnson talk. We do not have a reliable slot receiver right now. Yes, Judy can move in and out, out wide into the slot if he needs to. Tillman can also work out of the slot. But if you can let those guys man the outsides and you can get a guy like Harold Fannin Jr. who's got incredible yards after the catch ability to roam that slot, to play the big slot, he takes advantage of the safeties. He can take advantage of the linebackers. I like his prospects there, and I think Whiteheart could be used more in line. We'll see. Maybe Whiteheart doesn't even make the final 53-man roster, but at this point in time, with the way the roster stands, that would be my prediction. The Browns also have Trey McKitty and Brendan Bates on reserve deals, practice squad guys.